Every week after our econ lecture, this girl who sat 2 seats over would ask to just take a quick photo of my notes, promising it was only for her own review. Somehow her personal review kept turning into a full study guide she'd hand out to half the class before every exam, word for word. My examples, my little diagrams, my margin notes and all, with zero mention of where any of it came from. I brought it up to our TA. He said, "It's just notes. Information isn't really ownership. I wouldn't stress about it." I stressed about it plenty, so I started doing something small every week, planting one deliberately wrong detail in my notes, a slightly off formula, a fake historical date, something minor enough not to hurt my own grade but specific enough to trace. I kept a running log of exactly what fake detail I planted each week and when. 3 weeks later, her study guide had all 3 of my planted errors in it, distributed to at least a dozen classmates, word for word, mistakes included. I didn't confront her directly. I brought my actual notes, my log of planted errors with dates, and a printed copy of her distributed study guide side by side to my TA's office hours, and just laid all 3 on the desk without saying much beyond, "These are my planted test errors, and here they are in her guide, 3 weeks running." Turns out, information isn't ownership changes real fast when it's presented as a controlled experiment with a dated paper trail. The professor got looped in, she got called into an academic integrity meeting, and since technically nothing on paper was stolen, her actual consequence was being required to publicly correct all 3 planted errors in front of the class before the exam, crediting the correction to notes shared by a classmate, which everyone in that lecture hall understood immediately. She hasn't asked to photograph anything of mine since. If anything, she now visibly flinches every time I open my notebook anywhere near her.